Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Cook, owner of Cook Films, and today we're going to talk about filters. There are several different filters to choose from. Today we're going to talk about UV filters, we're going to talk about density filters, we're going to talk about variable density filters, and we're also going to talk about some specialty filters that soften the look of the image, which are the black satin filters and the black pro mist filters. Now the filters don't come with the lens. You just buy them and you attach them to the front. Each lens has a particular size to it, and you have to find the right type of filter to fit that dimension. Now the most common filter is the UV filter, and the UV filter is really a protective filter. It does protect from the UV rays outside, but more importantly, it keeps the lens from getting scratched or even damaged. I've had a friend back in the news business where he actually swung his camera and it hit a metal post, and the UV filter saved him. He would have been out of a job if that were to have hurt the lens at all. So the UV filters can really help you out. Now some people might say that the filters give the image a softer look. It all depends. Some filters are better than others, obviously, and some filters give off a different cast. Some give off a green cast, a yellow cast. You just have to be aware of that and test out and look for the reviews on certain filters so you know what you're getting before you buy it. The second one that I would like to talk to you about is a density filter, which is a darker filter like this. They come in different ratios. This is a 0.9 neutral density filter, and that will stop 3 stops of light. So these are used out when it's really sunny outside and you don't want to crank up your shutter speed to compensate for the sun. You just put this on the front of your lens, and for the most part you'll be able to get a nice pleasing image that doesn't require you to, raise the shutter where your video is going to look like Private Ryan, or maybe you want a shallow depth of field and you don't want to raise the f-stop up to f22. You want a nice 4.0 or maybe a 1.8. Well, you won't be able to do that without the filter or by raising the shutter speed. So these come in handy. These are great. Another nice filter is the variable density filter. Now this is very similar to the density filter, but it rotates and it gets darker and it gets lighter. So instead of having to switch out different filters onto your camera, the density filters, maybe it got really sunny all of a sudden and you don't have a darker filter to put on your camera. This is where this comes in handy. You just put this on your camera, and if it starts to get really sunny, you're able to adjust for that. And if it gets cloudy and you need more light, you can go ahead and just open it up. Now the variable density filters are made up of 2 pieces of glass, which are polarizers. And so when you're going one direction and the other one, it's turning it to be a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. So that's how these work. There's 2 polarizers within the filter itself. Some people complain that if you don't get it just right, you'll start seeing an X in your image. I've never seen that, so just be aware of that when you go and get your filters. Look for reviews and see if it causes that. The next filters I want to talk to you about is a specialty filter called a black pro mist filter or a black satin filter. One stronger than the other. The black pro mist filter really blooms highlights, and it really gives that filmic look. It softens the image. A lot of these digital cameras are too sharp. They just look too sharp and artificial. So a lot of people put these filters on, the black pro mist or the black satin, to soften the image, to make it more film-like. I know that The black satin is a little bit more forgiving than the black pro mist, and again, these all come in different stages. You can start from like a 1/4, 1/8. Black satin goes from black satin 1, 2, 3, and I think it goes to 4. I don't higher the number within the black pro mist and the black satin, the more effect you're going to get. So if you were to put on a black pro mist filter that was a half black pro mist versus a 1/4, the 1/2 will make things look a lot more blurry, a lot softer. I wouldn't say blurry, a lot softer. It tends to bring out whenever there's lights in the shot, it makes those really bloom and flare. So that's one thing you should be aware of. If it's too strong, you might want to go for a different lower setting in that. I hope you found this interesting and valuable. Feel free to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and share with someone that you feel will benefit from this information. Thank you so much. See you next time.